everybody! Thank you for coming back. I really appreciate you being here. So, what I would love to talk about today is why the average individual should care. I've been seeing a lot more people get outside during quarantine, which is incredible. I think being stuck in one place, we realize how much more beauty is around us and how just sitting in our backyard has such a profound effect on our mood, on our well-being. And I found myself sitting on our back deck, even the slightest bit of sun. Our quarantine started in early mid-March, and that's when spring was starting, and so the sun was getting warmer, and it's that new season of hope, and that warm sun, it just warms you up. It feels like it warms you from the inside. And so there are three things that I wanted to talk about today that are reasons that I feel that you can try to maybe have a conversation with somebody about why they should care, why you should get outside more, why you should be interested in nature. So the first reason is, I think, pretty clear, but it might not be to some, is that we are nature. We are connected to nature. We are a part of nature. We come from nature. We go back into nature when we're not here anymore. It's just, there's that deep connection that is not something that can be explained, that is part of this whole interconnected way of being. I mean, when we are in nature, we are connecting to that pace. We are adopting that pace. In seasonal transitions right now, the autumnal equinox was last Thursday or Friday, I can't remember, but there's a little, the weather's changing, and you almost feel the sun's going down a little earlier. We all want to go to bed a little earlier. Maybe we want to stay in bed a little later. So that's natural because we are going with Mother Nature. The second reason is, our food. That's pretty obvious. Regardless of the lifestyle that you lead, a majority of your foods are going to come from nature, right? And so, a lot of people I've noticed have started gardens. A lot of the friends in my circle I've noticed have, we've never started a garden, but now we've had time, and there's more interest and more desire, and the joy that they feel from the bounty that they receive, that they planted with their own hands, getting down and digging in the dirt, and they see the bounty, the time and the energy and the love that they put into this garden to then be received back into their body. It's an amazing feeling. We have a garden here in our house that my father puts a lot of time and effort into, and when you see the bounty received from it, it's a great feeling. And you say, hey, I walked down my back steps and I'm getting some tomatoes. And the third reason is there is that calming effect that we receive from being outside. And I'm not trying to project how you may feel by spending time outside. I'm not trying to project how I may feel, because I don't feel calmer every time I'm outside. It's not an instant calm for me. It definitely helps. It helps a lot to navigate, my everyday reality personally. But I don't want to assume that you're going to feel a specific way by being outside. There is just that when you feel you know, I found that if I look at my phone for too long, I can, like, my eyes start hurting. They start getting fatigued. If I look at a computer, I know a lot of people don't have the luxury to sort of shut it off or shut off their computer as they please because they work on their computer. But if it's something as simple as maybe putting a little plant next to your computer and just resting your eyes on the plant for every 10 minutes or every half hour or every 50 minutes or whenever you feel your eyes getting tired and you need a break, there's that natural rejuvenation that comes from resting our eyes upon something that's natural. And so, if you forgive me, I'm going to bring out my phone because I wanted to read something from this book that was lended to me. And it is a Marcus Aurelius quote from his book Reflections. So it's really just I believe it's a journal. Don't quote me on that, but I believe it's a journal. And so I wanted to leave you with this, and I can put the book in my description just in case anybody's interested in it, but I wanted to leave you with this from the book Reflections. Nowhere you can go is more peaceful, more free of interruptions than your own soul, especially if you have other things to rely on. An instant's recollection, and there it is, complete tranquility. And by tranquility, I mean a kind of harmony. So keep getting away from it all, like that. Renew yourself, but keep it brief and basic. A quick visit should be enough to ward off all fill in the blank and send you back ready to face what awaits you. So I wanted to leave you with that to remind you that you don't have to spend an hour outside. You don't have to spend 5 hours. You don't have to spend 10 hours every day. It could be brief, a 10-minute sitting outside. Maybe you just sit on your front porch when you come home from work before you go inside to just, maybe you sit in the back. Maybe you eat dinner outside. You know, maybe you have breakfast outside. Or just, if you're able to go outside on your lunch break, you have that moment every day. And see if it has a different effect on your life, on your mood, and I'm genuinely curious. So, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time. Woo!